Cancer. So I have this tripod. Oh, crow call. Crow call. I have this little tripod thing. It's not little, but you know. And I was trying to put my phone in it, and it was a struggle. It was like a struggle. Like I had to get some muscles up in there. And so I'm already knowing your energy may feel like a struggle. You may be struggling, or you just kind of feel like, especially when that Gemini reading comes out. If you guys watch all my readings, y'all know them things connect. You can't really tap in without, you know, it's like a movie. You got to watch the first one to understand the second one. But the Gemini reading was very deep. And basically the concept was about the money is the motive. And sweet nothings don't pay the bills. And Cancer, those sweet nothings are very appealing to you. All right, they're very appealing to you. And it's been a struggle here. There could be a struggle due to some type of transformation that is occurring. I always I see your energy, Cancer, in Virgo's energy. Reason being is because, you know, you're the mother, la la la. But Virgo is the dutiful servant, right? And I feel like they go hand in hand. You got to care, Cancer energy, to be able to put out and to give to others, Virgo energy. And this may be very difficult for you, or you're struggling to cope, or you're struggling to transform or to change something about you, Cancer, which would be that emotion. And you know, that giving motherly energy. And you can take it from me, and I will extend this a little longer. Maybe we'll go 15 minutes for this because I know I'm talking, but you could take it from me. You know, apart from me natally having a Pisces moon, I have my Venus in Cancer. And I learned a lot with that Venus in Cancer, and I say that because now my Venus has progressed into Leo, but I have a Venus in Cancer, and, you know, I would always attract people who would appease to that Cancerian energy. It's a superficial, Venus is a superficial planet, superficial desires, needs, wants. And I don't think it's just not conducive for Cancerian energy to be in the sign of Venus, because Venus is superficial. It's beautiful. It's beneficial for certain things. There's a time and a place, but to put something very sensitive, very nurturing, very giving, but very motherly, right, in a superficial planet, you have to understand I have been taken advantage of all of my life. And now that Cancerian energy has progressed into my ego, the sun sign. So now my sun is in Cancer, but it's in the 9th house. And that 9th house puts a very higher consciousness, I learned my lesson, a higher philosophy when it comes to Cancerian energy, right? And a lot of that was coming out in Gemini's reading, and Gemini is about the mind. Even if you're not a Gemini, it's about the mind and how you process information, how you give out information, how you think, what you're attracted to, what you feed your mind. And Cancer, you feed things, you nurture and feed things, right? And so you care, you're the mother, you give. And a mother's job, I'm not a mother, but I am a dog mom. And it's like, I overlook a lot of the disrespect that my dogs be dishing. Just like I overlooked a lot of the disrespect people have dished to me. No pun intended with the dish, the feeding, the dish, right? And Cancer, I know y'all may think I hate y'all, la la, because I be coming at y'all because you are the epitome of the Queen of Cups card. But that's not the case at all. I'm very sensitive to you, your energy. But that's where I've learned that's a lot of where the pain has come from in my life. And we do not live in a world, the world is Capricorn energy, which is your opposite, which is cold and business-minded, oriented, and money-driven. You put a sensitive, caring, giving, like selfless energy, nurturing energy in a world that is cold and money-driven and selfish and, quite frankly, evil and conniving and malicious and calculated. They don't go together, and your energy gets taken advantage of and used and abused. And so I come in with that harsh love, that tough love, and it's coming from my sun, which is a masculine energy, Then it's in Cancer, which is very feminine. And then I have it in the 9th house of Sagittarius, which is very masculine as well. It's tough love. And I say all this to say, I feel like a lot of you are renewing your mind if you watch that Gemini reading. And you're realizing you do rule, you know, Cancers, we gotta be secure and stable. That's a very important thing for us. So that's one thing you can resonate with when it comes to Capricorn energy with the money aspect. Cancers have to be secure and stable, especially financially. It just has to be. Just imagine you're a mother and you don't have money to feed your babies. That love you have for your children is not going to feed them. So in that aspect, you do resonate with Capricorn. However, that's it. And so I'm getting ready for your reading. And like I said, I'm trying to put the tripod in there, and it's something simple. Like, what the hell? But I had to put a lot of muscle into it. I had to put my back into it. I had to, it's, you know, and so your energy, Cancer, is literally saying that you're in a space or an energy, or you need to be. These are crow calls. So this could be, advising you. Some of you we're all in different stages. For me, it's advising, right? It's encouraging, it's motivating me to change and to work hard. Especially if you're out here doing it alone. We live in a society and a culture where single motherhood is, that's the standard. Whether you have children or not, the energy is like we're all out here being single mothers. We're all out here being forced to be independent and to get it on our own. And nobody talks about Cancer energy being cardinal, which means action oriented. You're cardinal just like Capricorn. You're cardinal just like Libra. Libra is not a feminine sign, which is ruled by Venus. Venus and Libra, that's a masculine. You are cardinal like Aries, which is ruled by the planet of Mars, war. You're in that bubble. So surely you can't be weak, like people like to make you out to be. And so I say all that to say, something that was once easy, like me putting my phone in the tripod, right? You're getting out of that energy, or you need to, where it's time for you to be cardinal for real. It's time for you to lay down those weaknesses. It's time for you to overcome inconveniences. It's time for you to get out of that feminine, passive energy. You're too comfortable. It's time to get out of your feelings. It's time for you to get out of this woe is me. It's time for you to stop being a victim. And you nurture, you create though, right? You create. You give birth, that's creating. You have to create to give birth to something, right? It's time for you to create what it is that you may have expected another to provide you. It's time to give birth to a new you. It's time for you to stop being sensitive and allowing others to play on that sensitivity. It is time for you to put your back into it. Crow call, may I have messages for Cancer. It's time for you to get out of that Queen of Cups and get into that Queen of Swords. And then this Queen of Swords will lead you into the Queen of Wands. Because here's your opposite, Capricorn. I see the King of Cups as Capricorn, but it could be like Scorpio as well, but I see it as Capricorn. This energy cannot manipulate you when you're in Queen of Swords energy. This King of Cups appeases your Queen of Cups. But if you're no longer resonating with the Queen of Cups and you're in Queen of Swords, which is about intellect, it all starts in the mind. When you nurture a strong mind and give birth to a strong mind, this energy cannot come to you, refer back to Gemini's reading, cannot come to you with sweet nothings. Because it's not paying the bills. They're not even paying your bills. Them feeding you food, sexing you up and down, that's not doing anything for you. It's time for you to become the man that you've always wanted a man to be for you or to you. And if you're a masculine watching this, it's the same energy. You're just masculine with feminine traits that you need to tap into masculine energy, even if you are feminine. Gay, bi, it doesn't matter. It's just time for you to stop allowing people to use you, putting you in a Nine of Cups reverse energy where you're unfulfilled so that they are. Or stop allowing people who are unfulfilled to project that on you and make it your problem. Messages, please, for Cancer energy. Could be dealing with a Taurus. Could be dealing with a Taurus or an Aries or a Gemini, any of them really. Nine of Wands reverse. You're not the victim. You are not wounded. And even if you are, it's time for you to get out of it. Nothing is being done to you, even if it is. And I'm not taking this away from any of you. Like I said, I've been hurt. In fact, I just got hurt recently. But me laying in bed, me continuously overeating, spending money that I don't really have, me smoking, me waiting around, me just the Cancer thing, living in the past, holding on to grudges, that's not doing anything but hurting you. It's like that energy, what you eat, someone else ain't about to shit out. And it's like an energy where you're allowing what other people are eating, you're shitting it out. Five of Cups. What did I just say? You need to get out of this. You need to face it head on. You need to become honest with yourself, Queen of Swords energy, because you waiting around for someone to be honest to you, or, honest to you about something, or to, apologize to you about something, or whatever it is that you be requiring. And again, I'm not coming at y'all. I have Cancerian energy. And I do. You got to come up out of that. Exactly, Eight of Swords. It's not helping you, Three of Pentacles. Someone not collaborating, wanting to be with you, commit, whatever it is, y'all. This is coming, this is like sister to sister, you could be your mom, whatever it is that you need to do. This is coming from a very pure place, very pure heart, care and concern. You need to face this Nine of Wands. In fact, I really feel like it needs to be upright with the Five of Cups, with the Eight of Swords. Because you're trapped in this Five of Swords. You're stuck in it. You're marinating and simmering in that shit. And just coming out of the Gemini reading, because it's air, sweet nothings are not paying your bills. It's not getting you any closer to what it is that you need and require to feel stable, secure, and happy. You need to get into this Nine of Wands, honestly. Because this is where, yeah, it's wounded warrior energy, but this can be alchemized into the Nine of Cups. This is literally the triumph, you know, turning your pain into triumph. You got to be in masculine energy to do that. This Nine of Wands can alchemize into the Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, and that is what you need. Cancers need security. Financial security first, and then that brings you Nine of Cups, emotional fulfillment, emotional security. Why do you think it's easier for women who don't got a man, or they got hurt, or whatever the case is, or there's a breakup? Why do you think it's easy for them to Chariot energy, which is you? Why do you think it's easy for them to move on? Because they got money. They got money to get out of the situation. If a motherfucker don't want to do right, act right, all right, I got my own money. I can just go ahead and head on out. But when you don't have money, when you don't have emotional fulfillment, and you're in the five, that's literally like, that is a death sentence. That's like, that is depression like 10 times over, like, especially for Cancer. You're able to, especially if you're a mom, for example, like, and you got kids with a man and it's not working out, like, you're not stressed about your child's welfare and well-being when you know you got your own money in the bank and you can just leave. You're not going to tolerate abuse. You're not going to tolerate someone using you, lying to you, breadcrumbing you, cheating on you. You're not going to tolerate that because you have money to escape, to get out of that, because you don't feel emotionally safe. But at least you have financial safety. So you can go ahead and move out and then get that emotional fulfillment again. And it's, you know, I hate to make it like everything is about money, but it is. Why do you think back in the old times, you know, they didn't want women to learn to read or write or work? Because they needed you to depend on that man. And that man became abusive, cheating. But you were stuck because you ain't had no money. Your credit was bad. You had children you had to worry about, and how you were going to take care of them with no money or finances or resources. Taurus energy, which is exalted in your ruled by the moon. Taurus is exalted there. Resources, money, jobs, business. Whether you have children or not, it's still that same frequency. It's still the same energy. You're not concerned about your feelings when you're in Queen of Swords energy, and so you can't be hurt. And if you take it another level and tap into Queen of Wands with that Queen of Swords, you can't be stopped or manipulated, nor will you tolerate bullshit. And Queen of Cups energy tolerates bullshit because you care too much. If you are interested in the extended version, you can join me on YouTube under members. There's the Empress and Crow tier there. If you want to keep it on Patreon and have access to all my other readings, you can just upgrade to the Everything Empress tier. If not, this is where we depart here, Moon energy.